Hello everyone, my name is V from IELTS Speaking. This is episode 1 in the series 31 Extra Topics in Use. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to handle 6 topics in Category 1, describing people. Alright, let's take a look at the 6 topics. Actually, we have to prepare for only 2 topics that are topics 1 and 2. Okay. You will see why we need to prepare for only 2 topics, but can adapt them for the other 4. I'll show you later. Generally speaking, when you describe a person, you will have to talk about your relationship. You should be specific about how you two are related. For example, instead of saying that she's my niece, you should also say, to be exact, she's my cousin's firstborn daughter. Some other important things to cover are describing appearance, personality, hobbies, interests, and finally, you have to explain your feelings for that person. And give reasons and examples. For example, you say, I'm very grateful to my parents. Okay, you should explain why you are grateful. For example, you can say, I'm really grateful for my parents. For all of the love and sacrifice that they have made for me. Here's some ideas for you. To talk about a person that made you laugh, you can talk about a comedian, or a child who did something silly, or a friend, a colleague who told a joke, for example. Colleague, not league. And by the way, it's a joke, not a joke. Is the O sound. Okay, in addition to telling a joke, there are other things that people can do to make other people laugh. For example, you can talk about the time when someone played a prank on someone else. To play a prank on somebody means to, to make a joke, but actually to do something fun in order to tease people or to make fun of someone. But it's a harmless joke or it's a harmless activity. The next question you may have to answer is what you think about that person. Well, obviously you would say, oh, he's really funny or something like that. But as you know, funny is a really common word and there's no way you can get a high score with that word. It probably belongs to band 5. If you want to get higher scores, you should try the synonyms like hilarious, humorous, witty, amusing, and entertaining. They're all adjectives with the same meaning. Or you can try some nouns like a sense of humor, a laugh. When somebody is a laugh, he is really funny. Or you can say, oh, he's a breath of fresh air. That means whenever you see him, whenever he comes, he always brings, a lot of joy and energy to people. And some phrases to talk about how you feel when you're with that person. Okay, you can say, talking to him or listening to his jokes, I can forget all about my tiredness, or I can unwind. Unwound means relax. Ease my mind. It means you can, you are stopped from being worried. To take your mind off work means to stop thinking about work temporarily. To burst into laughter means to laugh suddenly and quite loudly. Giggle, be rolling in the aisles, and laugh my head off mean the same. They mean you laugh very loudly and for quite a long time. Aisle, rolling in the aisles. Aisles. The first S is silent. Okay, now here are some ideas for a complete talk. I've decided to talk about a child that can always make me giggle. In particular, she's my niece, my cousin's firstborn daughter to be exact. Well, actually, she's a really funny girl, and she has made me, rolling in the aisles so many times. But I guess the most impressive time was probably when she was wearing fancy costume. She was dressed like a cat with paintings of whiskers on her face. Whiskers means the hair on the face of a cat. And she tried to mimic the cat's movements, crawling on the floor and catching the mouse and something like that. Now, why you laughed? You can say, well, honestly, I'd never seen such an adorable and chubby cat like that. But it's not the funniest part of the story. I burst into laughter when I saw her crying out. That means to cry very loudly or to scream very loudly because you're so afraid of something or you're too surprised, for example. So I burst into laughter when I saw her crying out because of the toy mouse. She was playing a cat and she was so terrified at a mouse. That was definitely the most ironic and hilarious situation I'd ever seen. And she was definitely the most coward cat. I've talked about how to describe a person in general, and we have been through the first topic in the series, describing someone that made you laugh. Okay, tomorrow we will continue with category number one, describing people, but tomorrow we're gonna talk about a musician. Okay, see you tomorrow.